So I'm going to try a different kind of comic haul video today. Not only do I have great comics, but I have a great road trip story on how I got them. For years I've been meaning to check out Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash in Red Bank, New Jersey. It's only a 30, maybe 45-minute drive from where I live, but I've been putting it off for about the last 10 or 15 years. A bunch of my friends are now into the AMC show, so we decided to do a little road trip and head down there for ourselves. My buddy Q from Cool Bug Creations Entertainment, it took 8 takes right there, did a nice vlog on the comic book store road trip that we went on. If you can't check out his channel, just click on the teeth anytime during the video and it'll send you to his channel. So I went to Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash, and I have to say it was really cool checking out the place. Of course, the first thing I had to do was a little nerd boy moment, have a black and white picture taken in front of the store, which I'm not gonna lie was one of the highlights of the trip. Walt and Mike were inside working that day, but again, they were working. I didn't want to ask them for any kind of questions or pictures or shit like that because they have a job to do. I didn't want to be that douchebag. They had the one episode where they had to make the best sandwich to get named after them, and I have to say it was really fucking good. I'll have the information. If you're ever in Red Bank, it's totally worth checking out. On the way home, we stopped by Main Street Comics in Milltown, New Jersey. Got a lot of inexpensive comics, great deals, and it was a total win on the way home. So since this is a comic haul video, here's what I got. And also I got this from Jay and Silent Bob's before I forget. On to the books. Alright, so besides the t-shirt, there's 2 books I picked up at Jay and Silent Bob's. One was the monkey variant from Daredevil 110, volume 2. I would say an easy near-mint copy, 9.4 give or take. $3.50 as you can see, probably about the sticker. Written by Brubaker. I remember when it came out, it was $10, $15 give or take. Even though it was a great cover, I just didn't want to spend the money at the time. The fact that I got it for $3.50 compared to $15, very happy. There's a handful of books from volume 2 that I don't have. There was this, there was the #1 sketch variant that Casada did. I think it's about 100, 125, maybe even 150 now. It's one of the handful of books I don't have from volume 2, so I was real happy to pick it up. The next one that I got was volume 1 Daredevil 164. I put the grade at about a 9.0. Picked it up for $3. It was just laying on top of the back issues that they had. I figured, what the hell, pick it up. It was one of those books that I had originally, but I had to sell some time ago because I needed some money. It's a whole conversation between Ben Urich and Daredevil. Urich knew that Matt Murdock and Daredevil were the same people. It's a retelling of Daredevil's origin story. It's the Miller art, and it's kind of the transition before Frank Miller's run into Daredevil. I would tell anybody, try to read at Daredevil 160 on up. Some great comics. You can't go wrong with that, especially for $3. So after picking up the 2 books and shirt over at the secret stash, we got lunch and we went to go head home. Milltown was on the way home, so we stopped at Main Street Comics. Like I said, it was a great little store, so here's what I picked up. In order of all the cool stuff that I got, they have a complete set of Daredevil Ninja miniseries. I'd say it's around a 9.0, 9.2. I really don't know much of anything. Actually, I know nothing about this series. I noticed that Bendis wrote it, 3 books for $5. It's a good deal. I figured, what the hell? I picked it up, complete series. I'm happy. Next one I picked up, Daredevil 167, volume 1, $3, grade around a 9.0. Another one of those books that I had that I had sold originally, so I want to try to get it back. I love this cover. This is Miller artwork right before, again, he started doing the writing, drawing Daredevil. One of those books that you really need to pick up before you start reading his solid run. These were really quality books, and if you ever get a chance, totally worth checking out. Daredevil 176, again, volume 2. Grade is about 8.5, 9.2. Got this for around $3. Never really cared much for this cover. I think it had more to do with the fact that the colors, the whole violet and purple, just clashed too much. Okay, here's a good one. Daredevil 179, volume 1. Grade is about an 8.5, 9.0. Again, one of Frank's runs. Another book I needed to buy back. Got it for $4, so I was happy. I know I sold it for more originally, so again, you can't go wrong with it. I love, love, love this cover. I don't know if they ever did a statue or a bust or some diorama of this cover. I would totally consider picking it up if there was one, but I'm not sure. I need to put it in the Mylar bags because it looks just so much sexier in the Mylar. And yes, Mylar is sexy. Daredevil 319, volume 1. I'd grade this at a 9.4 or something like that. Once had it, had to sell it, I want it back. This is one of my favorite Daredevil covers of all time. It's very powerful, this cover. Easily top 10 of my favorite Daredevil covers of all time. In fact, that would be an interesting idea. Comment or, just tell me, would you guys actually like to see a video of my favorite covers? Let me know if you think that would be a great video. Also, a great alternative cover by Scott McDaniel. Just an amazing job overall, and I remember the storyline was really great. I remember this is one of those stories I thought about I should reread one day. Probably should. Alright, Daredevil 365, volume 1. I'd grade this at a easy 9.6. Besides the fact that Colin did the cover, I really can't tell you that much. I had to buy it since I also have a lithograph of this seeing him cover. A buddy of mine gave it to me a while ago. Again, thanks Brandon. Alright, this is the popular one. I don't think it's for the right reasons though. Daredevil 380, volume 1. It's the last issue actually of volume 1. Grade is a 9.4, 9.6. Double issue. Just phenomenal work by Lee Weeks. He doesn't get enough credit. At least I don't feel like he doesn't get enough credit. I really remember just what a fantastic book it was from beginning to end. It's just one of those things that it's kind of a little diamond in the rough, so to speak. Again, the character himself is. So we have Daredevil 502 from Volume 2, $3, rated about a grade rather at a 9.0, 9.2. I remember I didn't pick it up because I just had to stop collecting in general. I just really needed to save the money. It was just one of the things that I had to sacrifice. So I'm glad to kind of get this to help fill in those little holes in the collection. Okay, this is one of my favorite books that I picked up when I was on my trip. Daredevil number 43 from Volume 1, August of 1968 this came out. Writer Stan Lee, art Gene Colan, cover by Jack Kirby. Love this book. I got it for about $15. I got it for $15. Graded at about a 7.5, 8.0. Has a little tear above the T and the at the title. A little rounded off on the edges. Colors are unbelievably sharp. Unbelievably sharp on this book. I'm out of Mylar, or else I would have it in Mylar. Because it doesn't do it any justice in the crappy wrapping that it's in. But it's great. A little bit of spine creasing. All in all, this is definitely one of my top 3 favorite Daredevil covers, I would have to say. And I just love this thing to death. $15, you can't go wrong. I know a near mint copy costs like, I think 100 minimum, 150 I think. But I'm happy for this one. Just phenomenal pick, and I loved it. And the last book that I got, Volume 5 of Amazing Spider-Man Marvel Masterwork. I want to pick up all of these books one day, or at least from Steve Ditko to the end of Revita. I don't even know if they have any more after that, or if they're even out. They're full color reprints, glossy hardcover reprints of 10 issues at a time. This one has 41, $250. These retail at about $50 or $55. I got this thing for $5 fucking dollars. Brand new in a shrink wrap, nothing wrong with it, no tears, brand new. What can I say? This was one of the best things. Like I said, I want the whole entire run for my shelf, and this was just a nice place to start. So those are the comics that I picked up in my story from the comic book road trip. And the one thing I have to say, if you ever get a chance, you really need to be able to go on a road trip with your friends to pick up some comics and go to a bunch of different stores. I can't tell you how much fun I had, and I really insist that if you ever get a chance, you have to do it. So again, if you get a chance, check out Kuma Creations. I'll have information at the bottom if you can click on the key here. Hopefully he has that video up soon. My next video is going to be a review on Daredevil Man Without Fear miniseries, and the one after that is going to be off Self-Publishing Magazine. I'll start telling you more information about that later. So that's all what I got today. Hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.